Welcome in, y'all. I'm just getting set up. So we're going to get into the horoscopes for the week. We have a Sagittarius new moon right now. That's coming up this Friday. We also have the solstice, the winter solstice. So we have this big portal energy that is coming in for the week. This energy, as much as it brings in new beginnings, it can bring in how do I want to say this, closure to certain things. It can help catapult us into this next leveling up, next evolution of who we are, okay? Even though that's happening, that usually comes with a little bit of chaos, like a little side of chaos, okay? What I mean by that is there's possibly certain things that can happen this week that might be very unexpected. We do have this new moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about freedom. Sagittarius truly evolve and truly embody their highest versions of themselves when they feel free to be themselves, free to have the success they want to attain after. Like, it's all about this aspect of experiencing life. And with that, it's a lot about our boundaries. It's a lot about, are we willing to trust the next steps? And it's a lot about how you actually get to this next level of your life. You have to really look at what things are not necessarily aligned for you anymore. A new moon always means new things. Okay, we are setting intentions with a new moon. But at the same time, again, with this energy, and when we have also solstice, literally on the 21st, okay, that also is a big door opening. So with this energy, I just want to say, I feel like the veil is pretty much gone right now. Some of you could be having really big spiritual, intense, whether this is intense moments, whether this is your intuition, whether this is actual paranormal, different experiences like that, okay? Big spiritual energy. Not only do we feel our loved ones a lot during holiday seasons, but again, also in this time frame, specifically Sagittarius time frame. So just pay attention to how things are tapping in. Of course, this is going to be the last new moon of 2025. So it's definitely a potent energy to take advantage of. Even if you don't do rituals like me, you don't have to be all witchy like me. You can still embody and still amplify the energy, right? Like at the end of the day, everybody wants to live their best life. Everybody wants to amplify, magnify their money, right? A key to that can be using the moon cycles. So if you're not a witchy person like moi, okay, or like my dog is pretty witchy too. No, I'm just kidding. He wants to go inside though. But anyways, if you are not a witchy person like me, one of the things that you can do on a new moon is put a stick of cinnamon in your wallet, in your purse, anywhere that you have or you keep your money. When you take that cinnamon, I just want you to think about yourself receiving money in your hand. Literally think about money sliding into your palm. Place that in your wallet. You're bringing in new energy, literally in the form of, how do I say this? Like your thoughts, your manifestations straight into your wallet. So that's a way to take advantage of this new moon. You can also use that with your goals. You could write your goals on this cinnamon stick, wherever you want to keep it, okay? And you can put that in there as well, to not lose sight, to not lose track of what you're really doing something for. So I just want to say that, okay? Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Can you read me? Well, today is a horoscope reading, but I absolutely can read you. It's just that's not what this is about today, okay? This is all about your horoscopes today. If you want a free reading, here's what you need to do is go follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to go live after this, and I do free readings at the end of those readings, okay? Instagram, you get pick 2 readings, and then at the end, if you stay with me the whole time, I do free personal readings for anybody that wants one. On here, we're just getting into the horoscopes, and that's going to get started right now. And then thank you so much for the compliment. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I definitely say take advantage of this new moon energy for this week on Friday. Okay, Friday is the day. Let's get into the horoscope. So of course we are in Sagittarius season. We're going to kick it off with Sagittarius. I'm going to get into what is the theme that's going on with your sign this week. What's the block and what's the energy you need more of, okay? Pay attention to your rising sign, your sun sign, your Venus, and your moon. I feel like that gives you the whole picture, okay? How I like to think about it is like your sun is who you're evolving to be. The sun is more like the trajectory of your personality, like of how you can evolve. Your rising sign is literally how you interact with the world, okay? Your moon sign is your emotional context. It's like how you really feel about things, what you really have. And your Venus is, of course, how you experience love, how you love, all of those sort of aspects, okay? So pay attention to those. Also, if you want to look at how you're taking action, look at your Mars sign. Your Mars sign is always going to explain that. So those are the signs you need to pay attention to. I need to let my dog in really quick, and then we're going to get into Sagittarius. Hold on. Come on. Come on, Max. All right. That's the beauty of going live. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Hello. Thank you for joining. We're going to get into Sagittarius. Of course, we're going to kick this off with them. Let's get into it. So let's see. What is the theme for Sagittarius? For my crew, my Sagittarius crew. What do we need to know? What's the best card that represents Sagittarius energy for this week? Let's see. Plus, we're going to talk about that moon. Queen of Swords. Listen, this is cutoff game. This is know your priorities. Have your priorities. Get your goals in line. Especially like happy birthday to my Sagittariuses, okay? If this is your birthday, this is the time for you to really think about how you want the next 12 months of your life to go. This is the time to really think about how you want to craft literally your next year. Queen of Swords always gets things done no matter what way things are happening. Like Queen of Swords is super resourceful energy. So what I will say to you, Sagittarius crew, that if things don't go the way that you planned, understand that things will still align. There's different ways to go about something. So if you've been really hoping for something to happen, or you've been making big plans and they haven't necessarily been working out for you, just know there's probably a different way you need to look at things. That's going to be highlighted this week. Let's see what the block is for my Sagittarius is this week. What do we need to know? What is that block? Going through all the signs today. Ooh. The block is the Ten of Swords. Some of you Sagittarius people, okay, Sagittarius placements, you could have stuff going on in relationships. You could have stuff that's really affected you in your relationships lately. And this is you kind of like taking the road on your own. You're going on your own about stuff. You're not necessarily attaching to other people anymore. And the biggest block is, have you really ended it? That's what it is. Have you really ended it? So wherever you have Sagittarius energy, if there's things that you have been working on closing up, things that you have been putting a lot of energy into and it's actually draining, this is about what certain things you have to actually end. What sort of habits, what sort of mindsets, maybe what sort of relationships actually like need to change, need to shift, all right? So there's closure that we need to understand and really ask ourselves, did we really do as we said we were going to do about ending this, okay? Stand on business, okay? And let's see what's the energy Sagittariuses need more of. Actually, I'm going to pull 4 oracle cards for everybody, okay? Or 4 cards. Let's get into what's the energy Sagittarius placements need more of. Tell you your fate. Again, you'll have to like go find me on Instagram, watch my live over there. That's where I do personal readings. All right. Stick around for your sign. Maybe you'll know your fate this week. Trust. What you need more of is trust. You need to be able to trust things more. You need to be able to actually trust yourself. You could be really like questioning yourself for certain decisions and certain choices that you've made recently. And you're like, can I even trust yourself? Yes, you can. Also, the universe is guiding you. So what do you need more of? You need more like trust in your intuition and trust that like you can honor what you say you want to do for yourself. Listen to that, okay? And last but not least, I want to know, what do you need to know for your spirit guides? What does the Sagittarius crew collective need to know? What do we need to say? I'm friends with 1 million and Russell. Romance and connections. Last but not least for my Sagittarius crew, this is things highlighting your romantic sector of your life. All right, that's going to be coming up to play. Maybe certain people are coming back into your life, and you have to determine, are you willing to move forward? Are you willing to move on? Or are you still going to repeat the same cycle? Okay. Stop repeating cycles that you know aren't good for you. CLA certified. What does that mean? What that means is right now I'm just doing horoscopes. I'm not doing personal readings right now. I do personal readings on my Instagram page. So I do 2 readings a night every week, once a week. Okay. And so over there after this at 6 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be doing more readings. And at the end of that live, I always do personal readings for free. So if you want a free reading tonight, go follow me on Instagram and catch that live as well. Just vibe out with me, okay? So let's get into the Capricorns. Let's see what's up for Capricorns, okay? I think I'm romantically attracted to lament. Okay, cool. All right, what do we need to know? What do I need to know for my Capricorns? I can already tell y'all I'm a talker. This is going to go longer than I thought. What do I need to know? Capricorns, 9 of Cups, it's all about what you want. It's what you want. It's all about what you want this week. What do you really want? It's also about your attachments. It's also about how like attached you are to certain things that are it's kind of toxic for you to be that attached to them. Okay. 9 of Cups is looking at, yeah, you have all this stuff that you said you wanted, but do you still really want it? You have all this stuff in your life. Are you actually grateful right now for it? All right. You are really looking at what you have, what you don't have, and what you feel like you're missing this week. But overall, Capricorn, it's not a bad week. It's the week where it's like, if there's any form of drive, it's get what you want, go after what you want. And on the same time, on the same energy, the discernment with this is really look at how attached you are to certain things, though. Do you really want what you're that attached to? That's like what I want to say, okay? Because sometimes you might be like doing things because you feel obligated to, thinking to, having to keep up with the Joneses in some energy. And that's toxic as fuck, okay? So make sure that like you really are going after what you want. You're really like still in it, okay? Let's see, what do we need to know for the block for Capricorn? What do I need to know? What do I need to know? What's the block for Capricorns? What do you need to know? The block is the 10 of Swords. Listen, people are cutting people off. There are certain endings that just, they should have already happened by now. That's what this feels like. This is about attachments, okay? Capricorn energy, it's all about attachments right now, all right? All about attachments. And so with this 9 of Cups and the 10 of Swords here, it's like, are you ready to let go now? Are you ready to let go now this week, okay? Are there certain things that you have been putting all this energy into that it's like you already know? It's kind of like this energy where like you already know. You already know what things are, so why keep doing things? Don't put your energy, don't waste your energy in things that are not giving back to you right now. Things have to be on a reciprocation. And honestly, it makes sense that both of these signs right away have gotten the same card as the block, because this is the block for everybody at this time, all right? This is a 9-year in numerology, which means we are wrapping things up. Everyone is in a wrap-up cycle, okay? So make sure you close the door on your endings, all right? Close the door, because we're starting a brand new 9-year cycle. So what, listen, I want to learn lessons about growing wealth. I want to learn lessons about elevating my life in that sort of area, right? So I'm closing up things, or I'm wrapping up things. So I'm seeing the closure on things that do not feed those cycles I want to attain to. Think about the next level you want to attain to right now. That's what you need to think about, especially with this new moon, okay? I feel like I need to pull one more card for my Capricorns. Woo! 2 cards here. King of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles. Y'all need to be thinking about your money. You guys need to be thinking about your money. You guys need to be thinking about legacy. What's really smart for your legacy? What's really smart for you to do, okay? You need to think about how you're setting yourself up for success. And if you aren't, what's holding you back, okay? What is the pause in your, like, what's the cause for your pause? I just want to say, okay? Let's see, what do you need more of? What energy do you need more of if you're in this Capricorn group? Release. Listen, Capricorns, you need to release something. Whether this is releasing something that you've given enough energy to, given enough time to, whatever it is, release past burdens, embrace new beginnings. Time for a brand new situation, brand new start, brand new situation, okay? And one more card. What are your spirit guides? What do the spirit guides want to say to Capricorn energy right now? What do we need to see? What do we need to know here? Ask and you shall receive. You want a sign, you're getting a sign, okay? You want to see things come to pass, grow, whatever it is, all right? Now's the time, okay? Ask and you shall receive. Your spirit guides are going to respond to you. Ask out loud. Don't be afraid. Next, we have Aquarius. Let's get into it. So what do I need to know for my Aquarius crew? I'm definitely in this, all right? Aquarius is my sun sign. Proud Aquarius right here. So what do I need to know? What's the theme for my Aquarius crew? What do we need to know here? Aquarius, Ace of Swords. You have a new idea, new beginning, new shift, new mindset, something new coming into play, okay? With this Ace of Swords, There's either communication, new clarity. Again, your mind is shifting. Your mind is shifting this week, all right? You are, how do I want to say this? Changing your narrative is what I want to say with this. You're changing your narrative. This Ace of Swords here is changing the narrative for my Aquarius people. And be open to that. Be open to a new shift. Be open to mindset shift. Be open to following through on what you say you're going to do, all right? Let's see what the block is. What's the block for Aquarius? My light is so bright, y'all. It's blinding me. The block is your wounding. The nine of wands right here. And the 5 of wands. You're running around from things. Rather than facing things head on, you're like going all over the place. Rather than like actually like stopping and addressing things, or again, handling things where they need to. You're running away from stuff. So stop running away from the clarity that you need to receive, or stop running away from the changes that you're here to make. Stop running away from that. Stop allowing your wounding to cause hesitation. Your wounding is causing you to act in your ego more than your healed version of yourself. So Aquarius is, we got to get it together this week and not let our wounding affect our progress as we're moving forward, all right? We're supposed to be gaining new traction, new directions, new ideas, all right? Maybe something new is going to help you in some leadership aspect. It's going to help drive your goals. It's whatever it is, okay? It's a productive move. So focus there rather than where your wounding is getting triggered this week, all right? Let's get into what's the energy that Aquarius needs more of. What do I need to know? What is the energy that Aquarius needs more of? What do I need to know? What's that energy? The light. Focus on the light. What energy you need more of? Focusing on the light. Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining in this moment, all right? What do you need more of? You just need to focus more on your own light this week. And not just focus on your own light this week. That's what I want to say. What's the guidance from the spiritual teams above for Aquarius is? We'll get into Pisces. What do we need to know? Okay. Trust the universe. I'm laughing because I'm taking this in too. Trust the universe. Spirit is like, listen, you gotta trust what's being shown to you. What do you need more of? Focusing on your own inner light, not getting into comparison, not getting into your darkness, not, you gotta pick yourself up this week, Aquarius. Not let your wounding affect you, get you down in any way, and trust that the universe has a whole plan, a whole thing that's shifting together. Don't lose sight of that. Trust your guides, okay? Now let's get into Pisces. What do we need to know for Pisces this week? What do you need to know? What's the best card that represents the week for the Pisces? What do you need to know, my Pisces crew? 4 of Cups, you might be a little sad or sentimental or down in the dumps, or maybe this week is kind of hard. There's something where it's like, don't miss a big picture. If you feel like you've been like dazed and confused and not able to focus, don't lose sight of the big picture. You're looking at all these things that haven't been working out rather than seeing how much growth you have gone through because these things didn't work out. Rather than seeing that you're now placed in a more stable position than you were before. So this 4 of Cups is showing me that if certain things don't go according to your plan, stop feeling like that's a letdown or a failure, because it's not. There's bigger things at hand here. So this 4 of Cups, like, don't get lost in delusion this week. Don't get lost in energy where you feel like down on yourself or anything like that. There's something bigger at hand. There's something bigger that's coming in for you, is what I want to say. So with this 4 of Cups, Pisces, try not to get too much in your emotions and in your head this week, okay? Let's see what else we need to know. Hey, thank you for joining, Mason. Thank you. So let's see what the block is for Pisces. What do we need to see? What's the block? What do we need to see here? The block is the Knight of Wands. It's impulsiveness. So you could have a little bit, the Pisces placements can have a little bit of energy where you regret certain things. You're thinking about things you regret this week, or you think about certain things that might have been impulsive that you might be rethinking. Hello. Thank you for joining. Okay. So try not to live into that. when we get this as a block, Knight of Wands, it's like tread carefully this week. Don't just like act with impulse. Watch what you're going to say. Think before you speak. All right. And try not to get too in your mind, too overthinking about stuff. Okay. So don't overthink too much this week, Pisces. Lord knows you can. Don't rely on your impulses. Don't live in fight or flight. If you feel like your nervous system has just been going crazy, it's time to get calm, get centered. Okay. Wait, obviously, what sign did you start with? I started with Sagittarius. So yeah, so I'm doing Pisces. We'll get into Aries next. Okay. So let's see, what is the energy that Pisces needs more of? What do we need to see? Oh, what do we need to see? What do we need to see? Love. You need more love, but you need more like love for yourself. You need like to experience love more. And we experience love in so many different ways. All right. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Be open to love. Be open to feeling good. Be open to, just love yourself this week. Give yourself that love. Also, I feel like that's kind of what they're saying too. Some of you guys have great support systems, and maybe you feel like you can't rely on those people, but this is a week where you can you'll have a shoulder to cry on if you need to. That's what this feels like. Some of you could just be really sad. Like, honestly, the energy just feels sad, and it just feels like we're missing people. So this week, try not to think about that. I want to say our loved ones that have crossed over, they're always connected to us. They're always around us. And I know that we still miss them physically because it doesn't make up for that distance, that we're in a human experience still, and they're not. That's the hardest part of it, right? But they genuinely don't want you to not live your life. They want you to live. They don't want you to live by their standards. They don't want you to live by their expectations. They want you to live according to you. Most people that come through that have crossed, the things that you know what is interesting is most people that cross, they want to say sorry to people, right? But they want to say sorry to people mostly for the way their perceptions shaped someone's life wrong, the way their perceptions shaped someone to look at them differently. I gotta get back into these horoscopes. But anyways, I'm trying to say, especially if you're feeling like down, or you're feeling like, you might have like, I'm in winter here in Iowa, right? We're in winter here. So there's definitely seasonal depression at hand. If you're in that energy, and especially if it's about our loved ones, please know the best way to honor your loved ones or anyone that has passed, the best way to honor them is to live your life, to take some form of an action, to do something in their memory, not just be sad. We can be sad, but do something. All right, do something in honor of them. If you are missing them so much, do something. Live. That's what they want you to do. All right. Last but not least, what's the message from your guides? What's the message from your guides? You're lonely. Well, I'm sorry you're lonely, but you know what? You're here live with us. Thanks for tapping in, man. Raise your vibrations. This is also going along with that. It's like, don't get sad. Don't get into your feelings like this. All right. You have to be the one to lift yourself up. You have to. And a lot of the times when you overgive to other people, or you're a caretaker, or whatever it is, okay, you seem to lose yourself more and more and more and more. And so I feel like there's this energy where it's like, you got to find you again. Have fun with that, okay? You got to find you again. Have fun with that, okay? All right, let's get into my Aries. What do I need to know? What's the theme for my Aries? What do you need to know? Aries collective, Aries placements. What do we need to know here? Whew, 5 of Swords. There's a little bit of tension, or there's this feeling like you have to be defensive about something. What I want to say is stick to your guns. You need to stick to your guns about something, especially if you feel conflicted about something. There just could be some tension or something that has to get handled. It feels like there's this energy where it's like, you got to get something handled wherever you have this Aries energy. You might feel like you have to be protective of something that you've been putting your energy into, and you know what you do. So I'm going to be honest and be like, listen, this card, whenever I get the 5 of Swords, it's like, again, feeling defensive, feeling like you have to be on the defense. And honestly, I do feel like I want to say, like, listen, Aries people, protect what you have. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for what you're doing. Stand up for what you're creating. Stand up for that. You are the collective of people that kind of have to have conflict right now, or confrontation. That's what I want to say. You have to confront things. So if you are in the Aries collective, don't be afraid of confrontation this week. Honestly, I feel like you need to expect it, to be honest, some of you. Okay. And I'm not saying to go in like raging bull energy like Taurus. I'm not trying to say that either, but like at the same time, I am saying like, listen, yeah, I do feel this energy that you're going to have to stand up for something, say your piece, whatever it is. Honor, all right? Honor yourself. Don't be afraid, all right? What's the biggest block here? But it just feels like you could be in conflict. And I feel like Spirit is like, listen, you got to speak your piece, man. You got to get something out. You got to say something. You got to do something, all right? What is the block for my Aries? The block is the Hangman. The block is you're not doing nothing. The block is, here's the thing. You could be really disgruntled and you're not saying shit. You're not doing nothing, you're not saying shit, and you're just like, you're just there. And the block is this Hangman of not taking action about something, or not standing up, not standing into it, not calling something out for what needs to be called out. So my Aries collective, this week, you could have things that really test you, and you need to have your spiritual armor on. You need to be like, you know what? Come at me, bro. Like, that's how I feel. you gotta be that sort of energy, and not be afraid to do that. This is not any time to just sit back. You know, if there is a legal fight or something to do with legal stuff, you need to handle that accordingly, and you need to move forward on it. So my Aries, listen, you kind of have a call to action. No more sitting still about stuff. You got to speak your piece, stand up, say something, call it out. Okay. What's the energy you need more of? What's the energy my Aries crew needs more of? What do you need to know? My cat is in heat, y'all. Collaboration. Collaboration achieves greater goals. Collaboration. You need more collaboration. Maybe delegating responsibilities, opportunities in some aspect of your work life. Maybe asking for help when you need the help. You know what I mean? Like not being afraid to allow other people to help you get to where you need to go. Okay. Sometimes you need to come together with other people for the greater good, right? But also for a big goal. So this is talking about people that can help you move forward. What you need more of, you need more collaborations. So think about people that are in your life right now that can help you through. That's what we need to see. The people that are in your life are important. Okay. Let's get into what do the spirit guides have to say to you? Okay. What do the spirit guides have to say to the Aries collective? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Gosh, this light is so bright, y'all. Healing energy. This is about healing yourself. You need to speak up because whatever you're holding in is not healing. It's the opposite of healing. And so Spirit's like, listen, this is about healing yourself, healing your energy, healing that aspect where you feel like you can't speak up. Not this week. Most Aries can speak up. So I feel like you need to speak your piece. You need to take action about something. You need to call it out for whatever it is that's in your life. Handle it, okay? Let's get into the Taurus energy. What do we need to know for Taurus? So what is the best card that represents my Taurus collective right now? What do we need to see? What do we need to see for the Taurus collective? The Lovers. You definitely have relationship stuff coming up. You could have love in your life, new love in your life, someone new coming in. Definitely romance energy. Definitely could be like new energy. This could be something new, or this could be a new evolution if you're already in a relationship. And I feel like for the Taurus collective, this actually feels really good. This Lovers energy, it just feels like things are flowing with certain people, or you're going to feel more attracted to others this week, or in this sort of attraction energy. So with my Taurus collective, I feel like it's a really good week for love for you, for your love life, for the romance sector of things. Okay, I feel like you're going to feel really good this week. And maybe you have someone really good in your life. You're going to see that. So love is going to be an aspect for you, my Tauruses. What do we need to know about the block? What's the block for the Taurus energy this week? What do we need to know? What is that block? What do we need to see? What do we need to know? The block is the 7 of Wands. There could be some awkward moments. There could be moments where it's like you feel like you're walking over like just an unstable bridge. It's kind of like you have to move on, or you have to move forward in some way and not be afraid. Even if you can't see how the footing works or how you need to cross, you still got to move forward, right? You still have to move forward. And so the block is not moving forward. The block is standing on the other side and just looking at where you want to go, but not making a move. Time to make moves. and time to move on accordingly for you, for what's best for you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step into something new. Don't be afraid to take a chance with something this week. Move forward onto it, okay? What energy do you need more of? If you are a Taurus or have Taurus placements, what energy do you need more of this week? What do we need to see? What do we need to see here? Divinity. Truth and trust. Trust is what I was trying to say. Truth and trust in the divine, okay? Every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. Being super grateful about present moments. Understanding that how certain things are coming together are very aligned, very divinely timed, okay? What do you need more of is more faith, okay? More faith in divinity around you. And last but not least, what is that spirit guide guidance for my Taurus collective? What do we need to know? What's the guidance from the spirit guides? Ask and you shall receive. What do you want? What do you want to know? What do you want to see? What signs do you want? All right, all of that stuff coming in. Ask and you shall receive. All right, if you want something to be enhanced in your life, ask for it. Again, new moon on Friday here. All right, again, we have solstice. All right. This is a time of blessings, a time of abundance, time to ask for what you want and go with it, okay? Let's get into Gemini. What do we need to see for the Gemini collective? What is the theme here? What's the theme for my Geminis? The sun. Happiness, good things working out, getting some really good news about something working out, something you wanted to happen is going to happen. Your happiness is coming into view, and I love that for you. If you have Gemini placements, this feels like a really happy week. This feels like you're feeling really good about stuff. If you're celebrating the holidays are probably going to be really great for you. It just feels like you finally can breathe about something that maybe you've been holding your breath on. This just feels like you needed a win, and the win is coming in for my Gemini collective. So I feel really good about this. The sun just feels like a really great week, especially when we think about what this represents. It represents a win. A win is a win. A win is a win, okay? Let's see what the block is. What is the block for Gemini? What do we need to see? What is that block for the Geminis? The block is the Six of Wands, success or like victory. So that's really interesting. Six of Wands is a great card. When it comes in as a block, it could feel like you maybe feel like you can't celebrate your successes for some reason, or you can't or maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're, no. It's you feel like you can't talk about it. You feel like you can't say something about it. You feel like just as much as you needed this, you're also a little bittersweet about something. All right. It's like, you might have really needed some money to come in, and it's coming in, but because that money's coming in, something else shifts. It's like that sort of energy where it's like you really wanted to sell your house. You really want to sell your house, but now you have to move, and now you realize you're leaving all these memories. You know what I mean? It's that sort of energy. So the sun and the Six of Wands is a block. Six of Wands ain't a bad block, but it's just about the emotional heaviness of success and what happens, or the emotional happiness, the emotional moments of, yay, this is what I wanted, but oh my gosh, this really means this is done, or this evolution is moving forward now. So it's good energy for my Geminis. It's a transitional week that comes with some sentimentality to it, okay? Let's get into what do you need more of if you're in the Gemini collective? What do we know? What do we need to know? What is that energy here? What do we need to see? Safety. You need to feel safe. You need to feel secure. Security. Safety is the foundation of life. Cherish the calm moments. Just be super present and be in your peace this week, Gemini collective. Try not to lose your cool about stuff. Try not to get all in your head. What makes you feel secure and safe is how you need to do that, all right? Treat yourself good, however you care for yourself, whatever sort of things make you feel, how do I say this? Like pampered. Pamper yourself. Make sure you feel real good. Last but not least, let's see what is that spirit guide energy coming in for my Geminis. What do we need to know? What do we need to know here? 2 cards. Spiritual growth and take a step back. There's certain gains that are going to come in that require for you to shift how you've been showing up in some way. Okay. So spiritual growth, things are happening and clicking, and wow, you are evolving. Take a step back is just giving yourself space to have a different perspective or to expand your perspective, okay? To let go and trust, that sort of energy. So that's what I feel like they're saying. Let's get into Cancer. What do we need to know for the Cancer collective? What is the best card that represents Cancer energy this week? What do we need to know, Spirit? What's the best card that represents Cancer energy, Cancer placements? What do we need to see? Wheel of Fortune. Listen, things are in your favor. Things are moving in your favor. And this Wheel of Fortune energy is all things are flowing. All things are aligning. Things are moving according to plan. This is very like divine time fated energy here, okay? The wheel is moving in your favor. So keep moving forward with it, all right? Wheel of Fortune can feel like you're a little bit more luckier this week. This can feel like you finally see progress in things, but overall, this is a move where it's like, okay, very aligned, very divine alignment coming in to play here, Cancer. So this week, I feel really good for my Cancer collective, Cancer placements as well, and understand that the universe is really pulling things together for you this week. Like you're going to see that. You're going to see that, okay? Now let's see what the block is. What's the block for the Cancers this week, Spirit? What do we need to know? What's the block here? What is that block for the Cancer collective? The block is 10 of Wands. Is your energy, like you're burning yourself out. You're exhausted. You're overly putting energy into things. Things that drain you no longer serve you, okay? Things that you feel like you're pulling all the weight to make happen do not serve you this week. Make sure you're not tying yourself, or how do I want to say this? Make sure you're not spreading yourself too thin. Make sure you're giving yourself the time to rest, to take care of your body, to honor who you are. This is about letting go some things that you know you're ready to let go of now. This is letting go of certain obligations or certain people or certain situations that they just do not push into your life, they take, or they just make you feel drained at the end of it. All right. So Cancer collective, Cancer placements, really pay attention to what stresses you out, what takes too much energy, what is not being reciprocated, because that's gonna go. Things have to change or that's got to go. Okay. What energy do you need more of, Cancers? What energy does my Cancer collective need more of? What do you need to know? Acceptance. Accept others and yourself. Welcome new opportunities. Acceptance, all right? Acceptance that certain things are the way they are. Acceptance of also like understanding like your aspect, your part in certain situations, all right? Acceptance. We need more acceptance. We need to give more respect to other people's I don't want to say you need to take on their perspectives, but like respect for the aspect of their perspectives. That's what I want to say. But more acceptance into your life. And last but not least, what is the spirit guide guidance for the Cancer collective? You need to know. What do we need to know, Spirit? Cancer collective, Cancer placements. It's a learning experience. This is the testing grounds. This is the time to really see what works and what doesn't. It's absolutely about how things are manifesting in your life, and be open to changing your mind or be open to change. Be open to change this week, for sure, without a doubt, with the new moon. But learning experience. Take in the lessons that are showing up for you. Take in the mirrors that you're seeing, okay? Let's get into the Leos. What do we need to know for Leos? What's the best card that represents Leos right now, Spirit? What do I need to see? What do we need to see? What do we need to know for the Leo collective? Leo collective, Ace of Wands. Something new is coming in. Something bright, beautiful, and new, all right? Ace of Wands is great. There's new developments. There's new ideas. This is like the full bloom, okay? So this is something that you're inspired. You're going to be really inspired about. You're going to feel really lit up about something. So your energy feels great. It feels sparkly. It feels awesome. So wherever you have this Leo placements, your intuitive, creative ideas are going to be on fire. Please listen to them. Do something with them. Create with them. Okay. This is a week where you're going to be a standout in some way. All right. You're going to be a standout. People are going to pay attention to what you're doing, what you're saying, all right? You got some shine this week, which most Leos honestly always shine, to be honest with you. So Leo energy, Leo placements, you're going to be super inspired this week. Follow through with it, okay? Let's see what the block is. Like just something new is popping off and you're lit up about it, all right? What's the block? What do you need to see? What's that block for my Leo placements? The block is the Fool, which is new beginnings. The new beginnings with the Fool, if this is the block, you're not doing new beginnings. You might just be doing things the same way you've always done it. You might not be taking the next step or taking the next kind of like giving it a chance, giving something a chance, doing something new. So I feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Fool, it's like you haven't taken the action yet. So you have all these ideas or your perspective is shifting about something in your life to where it's like, oh my gosh, I finally see this. Or you're taking something as this is now how I see it, but you're not actually taking action on it. So time to take action on things this week, all right? With the Fool coming in as a block, I just feel like you're probably more in hesitancy than you need to be. And time to just pop out and show something. that's what I'm going to say. Time to pop out and make something happen, all right? You don't have to know all the steps. You just need to move in the right direction. You don't need to have all the plans and the details laid out. You just need to start moving. So just start moving, okay? Just start it. Just keep going. What's the energy that the Leo collective needs more of this week? What do we need to see? What energy do Leos need more of? Yeah, connection. Solid connection, all right? Love connection. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. Being connected with divine people, being connected in divine unions, being with people that see you, like, you know what I mean? Real recognizes real. That's the energy. Connecting with people that really fit to who you are, your lifestyle, and align with the goals that you have. Solid connections. What do you need more of? If you've been stuck in your room, stuck in your own world, time to communicate with the world, okay? Time to get out and interact with people that probably want to see you. So get out there and do that, okay? Communicate. Last but not least for my Leo collective, let's see what do the spirit guides have to say. What do they want to say to my Leos? What do they want to say? Trust the universe. Things are aligned in divine time for you. Things are moving forward. They just need you to keep stepping. You have a great idea. There's an opportunity. Take that opportunity. Stop second guessing it. Something's going to come forward. So stop second guessing yourself and move with blind faith, my Leos. Okay. Now let's get into Virgos. What's the best card that represents the Virgos this week, Spirit? What do we need to know for my Virgos? Virgo placements. What's the theme for the Virgo placements? Four of Wands, celebrations, things, people coming into your life, family. Maybe, we have the holiday season, so maybe you're celebrating the holidays with family. Maybe you're getting together with people. Four of Wands, great energy, all right? This feels really good. Things feel like home. Things feel stable. Things feel loved. You feel love. So with this Four of Wands energy, you're just going to be reminded of who your people are this week. I feel like overall, my Virgos, you need this week. You need this time together with people and enjoying yourself and feeling just really, I just feel really wholesome with this card. So this Four of Wands feels really great for my Virgos. I feel like you're going to have a great week, and I feel like it is going to be surrounded with people that you love, and you're going to see that. You're going to enjoy that, all right? Now, let's see what the block is. Like, there could be celebrations, just things that just feel really good. Also, you could have, like, something really good happening with a house situation. The block is the Lovers. The block is your love life. The block is your love life. So, family life feels good for Virgos. Career, friends, that sort of stuff feels good. The block is your love life. You might be overthinking about your love life. You might still be hanging on to certain people from your love life. You could have past memories with your love life, all right, that are coming up right now. Try not to get so down in the dumps. This week is going to show you the other people that are around you and that love you. And there's certain mirrors that you have to see when these memories come up about love. And although they might be good, remember the mirrors and the other things that happen. Don't just throw all the other things that you already experienced out the window. All right. This just feels like, let's be real about what it really is. Let's be real about how things really are. No more sugarcoating. No more seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Enjoy the people that are really here for you. And if you're going through separation, breakups, anything like that, or you're just in a really, relationship that drains you, that is what's draining you. All right. Love life focused stuff can feel a little draining for my Virgos. Try not to let it get the best of you if you have some weirdness, awkwardness, or revisitation of memories coming up with your love life, all right? Focus on the other people around that are happy and love you and want to support you in your life, okay? Let's get into what's the energy you need more of this week. What is the energy Virgos need more of this week? What do we need to see, Spirit? Yeah. Universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. Seek its guidance. Pray, meditate, tap in with your spirit guides. All right. Be mindful. Listen to a mindfulness talk. Anything that gets you in this mindset where you are open to receiving messages. That's what you need to be open for. Just be open to receiving spiritual messages. But sometimes you really got to claim that and state that to the universe. So you can say that out loud. Hey, my loved ones, my spirit guides, my ancestors around me, I'm open to receiving messages from you. Please show up for me this week. That's all you have to say. Just be open and accept it, okay? All right, let's get into what do your spirit guides actually want to say to my Virgos before we get into Libras. But what do we need to see? What do we need to see for my Virgos? What do we need to see? Mother, Father, God, you are so loved. Your loved ones are surrounding you. They are divinely surrounding you, okay? Mother, Father, God, is you are so connected. You are a channel. You are a light for people in your life, and it's time to remember that. You might be someone that is against the grain or not the norm in your family, but you're here for a big reason, and you stand in your purpose very well, my Virgos. So allow yourself to feel good about how you're creating life now, no matter what changes you've been through. And you are honoring your purpose of who you are with the decisions and changes that you've made. And those are aligned. So good job. Okay. Woo! All right, we're going to get into Libras. All right. What do we need to see for my Libras? What do we need to see? Thank you guys for tapping in and tuning in with me. I appreciate it. What do I need to see for my Libras? Best card represents Libras for the week, Spirit. Justice. And this is a Libra card. This is balancing of the scales. You're going to feel like the scales are balanced this week. You're going to see things very black and white about stuff. You're going to see things for what they are. You're supposed to. You're supposed to handle this week, not necessarily emotionally, more logical. You're supposed to really, again, see things for what it is. Be real. Don't be in the illusion. I was going to say delusion, but illusion. So some of you could be in this thing where you have been shown an illusion from whether this is certain people, work-related stuff, whatever, okay? And you're going to see through that bullshit this week, okay? If things have worked out for you and certain changes have been coming up in your life, it's because now is the time. Now is the time to see these things through. Now is the time to make these changes through. And you are also the one that's going to call the scales of balance about something this week. So if you have Libra energy or Libra placements here, you're calling something out. You are absolutely calling something out and saying, this doesn't work for me anymore and this does. So absolutely make sure you're listening to yourself on how something really feels, you know what I mean? Or how things really feel and come forward for you. You might have to be someone that puts a boundary in place about, again, whether this is love, work, family, you're going to be putting boundaries with certain people because that's just what you have to do. How you're weighing it in your mind, that's what you're going to choose. What's the block for my Libras? What is the block? What do we need to see? What's the block for the Libra spirit? What do I need to see here? The block is the Tower, something that you don't expect. The block is something happens to my Libras that you don't expect. It catches you off guard, no matter what it is. Doesn't mean it has to be terrible. It just means it's an unexpected thing. So something unexpected comes in. Maybe you find something out that you didn't know until now. Maybe someone tells you, I just feel like it's like finding something out or someone telling you something or whatever. And so it catches you off guard, and that's going to be the thing where it's like you still have to hold your ground, okay? So something unexpected happens, that's the block. It throws you off. It might throw you off kilter. So make sure that you are honoring and balancing yourself this week. I almost feel like you should also have the Temperance card here. But something in your life might shift this week, and it's needed to, all right? If you're in relationships and you're seeing things much clearer now than you have in the past, it's time for you to see it this way, all right? Maybe we've worn some rose-colored glasses, and those glasses are coming off now. but there's something that you can't ignore and you're not supposed to. So allow yourself to really ask yourself, how does this really feel to you? That's the weighted factor. That's what I want to say. Okay. That's what you measure. That's a measurable factor. What's the energy that Libras need more of? What's the energy that Libras need more of this week? What do you need more of this week? Rebirth. Listen, endings lead to new beginnings. You are the phoenix. Don't be afraid of a rebirth. Don't be afraid of saying, yeah, I didn't expect this, but I guess I got to change, or I guess I got to move forward, or I guess we got to shift things. Rebirth, every end is a new beginning. So let things end or let things shift. Let that happen, all right? And last but not least for my Libras, what is the spirit guidance for you? What's the spirit guidance? What do you need to know? Surrender. Surrender. Surrender because there's certain things that you can't change. You got to just move forward. Surrender because it's out of your control. Surrender because you can't. I don't know why I want to say this. I don't know why I want to say this. This is what I want to say. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Surrender because it's time. That's what I got to say for my Libras. All right, let's get into Scorpio. I think this is my last one. Right? I think so. Yeah, right on time. All right, let's get into it. What do I need to know for my Scorpios? What do we need to know for the Scorpio collective? What's the best card that represents Scorpio? Scorpio placements. What do we need to see? What do we need to see? What do you need to know? Two of Pentacles. It's all about balance this week, Scorpios. You got to get things into balance. Make sure you're not... make sure you're going over your priorities. Like really look at what you need to get done and prioritize what you need to get done. Don't necessarily, there you go. Don't necessarily push things off to the side. Okay. This is not necessarily the week for my Scorpios to procrastinate, but it's like time to come into balance about stuff. Okay. Time to come into balance. Maybe this is about your finances. Don't be so extreme. All right. This can also be like, listen, you said you meant business, so act on that business, right? It's like, say what you mean what you say, do what you say, all right? So you need to come into balance about something this week. Things might feel like a balancing act, and you need to be able to put some priorities, plates down that are not yours any longer. It just feels like you could be taking on extra loads from different people or taking on more burden than you need to about certain situations, and things have to come into balance right now or you're going to be too stressed out. So just watch Moon Vibes with Mason, the eyes, Scorpio. Yeah. Tell me you're Scorpio without telling me, but I know you have Scorpio placements for sure. All right, let's get into the block here. What's the block? What's the block for the Scorpios? What is the block? What y'all need to know? The block is the Two of Swords, 2-2, and there's two people on here. 2-2. 2-2 could be a number for you this week, and that is also about balance, okay? That is also about being who you are and being your spiritual self as well, okay? But the Two of Swords, you're confused about which way to look, which way to go, okay? You need to make a decision. You need to make a choice. You need to stand by your choice, okay? Ooh, Mason says, ooh, and I am 22 degrees Scorpio sun. Wow. And the 2, like, yeah, that's wild. 2-2, okay? Definitely watch your choices. Make your choices. Make your decisions. The block is not making a decision or not standing on business about a decision, okay? Be really serious. Like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I've just got to stick with it. No more taking on extra responsibilities. It's not yours right now. Time to really come into knowing what you're going to do next. Knowing which way you're, like, heading in the direction, okay? This is not remaining at the crossroads anymore. This is taking action to move, all right? So don't sit at a crossroads this week. You got to make choices and move. That's what it is, okay? Let's see, what do you need more of? What's the energy you need more of, Scorpios? What's that energy my Scorpio collective needs more of? What do you need more of this week? Rebirth. Again, rebirth, okay? This is the Phoenix energy, and this is truly Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is complete rebirths, okay? this rebirth energy, like, listen, whatever things come to an end, there's new beginnings following through. So follow through with certain closures or endings that have to happen. Accept what you need to accept and move forward accordingly. All right. This is about growth. More than likely, unless the repeated pattern has fully evolved and you have evolved, it's not going to be aligned to redo that or revisit again, unless there's change. If there hasn't been change, it's going to be the same thing. Okay. No matter what area of your life this is. So time for a rebirth about how we handle our energy, how much we put into something, or who we put energy into, whatever it is. There's a new beginning on the horizon. Okay. Take the new beginning. Last but not least, for my Scorpios, what do your spirit guides have to say? What do the spirit guides have to say to my Scorpio collective? What do you need to know? What do the spirit guides have to say to you? Blessings and abundance are coming. It's like the change that you might be apprehensive to make. The change or the decisions you might be apprehensive to make. The longer you wait, the more you put off other things coming in. The more you put off other positive energy coming in. The more you put off taking on new opportunities because you feel like you have to be obligated to this old opportunity. So you're not looking for the new ones, but the new ones are waiting for you. And the only reason that things are pushed off is because of you as well. So my Scorpios, your spirit guides want to say there's a lot of positive stuff coming in, but you got to make the decision to choose yourself, or you got to make the decision to move forward with your new priority, whatever it is, because there has to be a shift in that. Something has to change. Something's got to give. And when you allow yourself to do that, really positive stuff will come in for you. Really positive stuff. So this feels good for 2026. I'll tell you that much from my Scorpio crew. So anyways, that was our horoscopes for the night. Thank you so much for tapping in and joining. And I will be at Kin this Friday, evening points, but I feel like I'm all booked up. So my next availability downtown in person is going to be in January, right after the New Year's. Okay. Also, I will be at Noche at their wild party on New Year's Eve. I believe tickets are still available, but you do have to buy tickets to get into that event. Okay. You can buy those on their website. And yeah, that's what I have for you. Happy holidays. Love, light, and blessings to everybody. I'll definitely tap in again next week. And thanks so much for vibing out with me. Happy new moon. Happy winter solstice. This is a time of growth. Evolution comes with that growth. So move through it. Okay. Mason says, thank you. Congrats on being booked up. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much. Love, light, blessings.